History, with its intricate tapestry of triumphs and tragedies, offers invaluable lessons for humanity. The Second World War, a conflict of unprecedented scale and devastation, stands as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the catastrophic consequences of unchecked tyranny. By examining the factors that led to the rise and fall of Adolf Hitler, we gain crucial insights into the dynamics of power, the allure of extremism, and the importance of collective action in safeguarding freedom. The lessons learned from this dark chapter continue to resonate, urging vigilance against the ever-present threats to democracy and human dignity. The ashes of a defeated Germany after the First World War provided fertile ground for resentment and extremist ideologies. The Treaty of Versailles, widely perceived as humiliating and unjust, imposed crippling reparations and territorial losses, fueling a deep sense of grievance among the German populace. Economic hardship, exacerbated by the Great Depression, further eroded faith in democratic institutions, creating an opening for demagogues like Adolf Hitler to exploit popular discontent. Hitler's National Socialist or Nazi Party, with its virulent nationalism, anti-Semitism, and promises of national rejuvenation, found a receptive audience in a society desperate for scapegoats and strong leadership. Through a combination of propaganda, intimidation, and political maneuvering, the Nazis steadily consolidated their power. Hitler's appointment as Chancellor in 1933 marked a turning point, paving the way for the dismantling of democratic institutions and the establishment of a totalitarian state. The Reichstag fire, a pivotal event shrouded in controversy, was ruthlessly exploited by the Nazis to suppress opposition and consolidate their grip on power. With each step, the Weimar Republic, already fragile and politically fractured, edged closer to the abyss. Emboldened by his domestic successes and driven by an expansionist ideology rooted in notions of racial superiority, Hitler embarked on a series of aggressive foreign policy moves that plunged Europe into war. The remilitarization of the Rhineland in 1936, a blatant violation of the Treaty of Versailles, was met with little resistance from the Western powers, emboldening Hitler further. The annexation of Austria in 1938, the so-called Anschluss, further demonstrated the impotence of the League of Nations and the appeasement policies adopted by Britain and France. Hitler's military machine, fueled by rearmament and imbued with a dangerous sense of invincibility, swept through Poland in September 1939, marking the beginning of the Second World War. The Blitzkrieg, a new form of warfare characterized by rapid, highly mobile offensives, caught the Allies off guard. Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France all fell in rapid succession, seemingly confirming the Nazi propaganda machine's claims of German invincibility. The early victories, achieved with stunning speed and efficiency, created an aura of invincibility around Hitler and the Wehrmacht, masking crucial strategic weaknesses that would eventually contribute to their downfall. Germany also made strategic errors, and the Allies showed great resilience. Despite the early successes of the Nazi war machine, the seeds of Hitler's downfall were sown in a series of strategic miscalculations and the unwavering resilience of the Allied forces. The evacuation of Dunkirk, though a defeat for the Allies, allowed for the rescue of a significant portion of the British Expeditionary Force, preserving valuable manpower for future battles. The Battle of Britain, a pivotal air campaign fought in the skies over England, showcased the courage and determination of the Royal Air Force, and exposed the limitations of the Luftwaffe. Perhaps the most catastrophic of Hitler's blunders was the decision to invade the Soviet Union in June 1941, Operation Barbarossa. This colossal gamble, driven by Hitler's ideological obsession with Lebensraum, or living space, and his underestimation of Soviet resolve and military capacity, proved to be a fatal miscalculation. The vastness of the Eastern Front, coupled with the ferocity of the Soviet defense and the onset of a brutal winter, sapped the strength of the Wehrmacht. The tide of the war irrevocably turned against Germany with the entry of the United States into the conflict. The industrial might of America, combined with the vast manpower reserves of the Soviet Union, created an insurmountable challenge for the Axis powers. The D-Day landings in Normandy on June 6, 1944, marked the beginning of the end for Hitler's regime. As Allied forces advanced from the west and the Red Army closed in from the east, the Nazi regime began to crumble from within. Internal resistance, though brutally suppressed, grew in strength, fueled by the increasing desperation of the situation. The final days of the Third Reich were marked by chaos, destruction, and the utter devastation of Germany. Hitler, holed up in his underground bunker in Berlin, committed suicide on April 30th, 1945, bringing to an end his reign of terror.